CNBC عربية. At a time when some traditional department and specialty stores are floundering, off-price retailers have emerged and their business is booming. Off-price retailers' success could be driven by scale, operational expertise, and vendor relationships. The off-price sector makes purchases at a larger scale, buys a high volume of inventory, and then distributes it to its network for quick turnaround, which contrasts with the low supply, high demand inventory model at full price retailers. One of the leading off-price retailers of fashion and homeware, Brands for Less Group. The name probably describes the business itself, which is selling international branded items at discounted prices.
Our vision is to become the #1 on off-price retailers in the GCC, Middle East, and Eastern Europe. Also, our online has to cover these areas, and we plan to be the #1 in our online. We have the infrastructure, we have invested in technology, we have the financial capability, and we have a huge array of suppliers that can feed this operation.
Its journey started when the off-price business model, Brands for Less, was introduced to Lebanon in 1996. 4 years later, in the year 2000, it had a home in the UAE. So why did the company start in the United Arab Emirates?
The UAE provides an ideal business environment in terms of facilitating everything for a businessman. And it's the land where your dream comes true.
The company started in a store of 90 square meters, and it stored its merchandise in a remote area in Sharjah.
We are very grateful for what the UAE has given us in terms of opportunity. We were able to convert a single store business into 70 big boxes stores across the UAE, and we employ today more than 2,000 people in our company. Our focus goes into cementing the business, growing the business, and expanding it, and becoming one of the leading off-price retailers in the whole world.
In 2008, there was the recession hit Dubai and the world. And it is then that we took the opportunity of getting into new locations, and we were able to take advantage of the low rents at the time, and we took 7 new shops that year. And this was when we jumped from one level to a totally different level in volumes. So it was this push, when we had the courage to take that risk in that recession, that really made a big difference at the time.
In 2014, there was the decision to extend its off-retail model to engage younger audiences and to create the Toys for Less concept. In 2018, the company acquired the franchise rights of Mumuso in both Lebanon and Malta. And in 2019, the Homes for Less concept was born.
Today, we can announce that we have recently acquired a new Spanish concept, just to add more depth to our Homes for Less concept. This is called Muy Mucho. We're looking forward to introducing Muy Mucho to the market today, and we look forward to an exciting journey within our group.
Based in United Arab Emirates, BFL serve over 3 markets across the Middle East and Europe.
So we are in UAE, Lebanon, Malta and Spain, expanding to Kuwait and Oman. For us, the next phase of growth will be a natural expansion into the MENA region and followed by the extension into Central and Eastern Europe.
Our short-term plan is to cement our presence all across the Middle East, starting from the UAE, which we are very much matured in terms of presence, going into Kuwait, going into Oman, going into Qatar, and different parts of North Africa.
Brands for Less realized at some point that online retailing is growing at an accelerated rate. Retailers who ignore e-commerce may see their trade lessening as customers continue to shift to ordering products online. BFL launched its online platform in 2013, which started as a slow transition that sped up in 2017 and flew in 2020.
We invested $12 million in the online business, in warehousing and in ads, so we can really strengthen the launch and reach of our online platform across the region.
We are continuously working on enhancing our back-end operations. We've currently invested in a new e-commerce facility, which supports our plans to expand to different countries with a click of a button.
The digital has always been on the forefront. Our founders and owners of the business have left no stone unturned in massively investing millions of dollars in beefing up our e-com capability. The key definition of harmonized retail is that the consumer is the channel.
As a matter of fact, millions of consumers are looking to spend less on clothing and other home goods in the current climate of worldwide economic slowdown.
They come for the treasure hunt experience, this novelty of products that is coming down every day to the shops, and they look for the bargain, and they look for the deal. When they find it, they feel the satisfaction that they got something of worth for a fraction of the price.
Yet, inventory remains the thorn in off-price retail's side. Retailers that play in this sector are facing an uphill battle getting their hands on desirable, hot-selling goods. And reliance on a constantly changing pipeline of inventory and a low per-item cost make expanding e-commerce sales a tough proposition for off-price retailers.
Our customers come to our shops to find new products every day. And it is the satisfaction of finding the catch that makes them come day in, day out. It is called the treasure hunt experience. So, because we don't have the full lines and the full ranges, they come and they look at their size and they find the catch. And it is this catch that gets them hooked and makes them feel the value of Brands for Less.
After all, growing the business to be internationally recognized, gaining new market shares, and being the source of innovation in competing with worldwide retailers would always remain the main objectives for all companies in this segment.
Given our current expansion in UAE and in different markets, we're looking forward to achieving double the numbers that we're currently doing in 2022.
We already planted seeds in Europe, and our plan is to continue our expansion in both Eastern Europe and Central Europe. We promise our customers to elevate the after-sales service, to give them the best service in the retail industry, in addition to keep on fighting and looking and searching for the best prices that we can take from the suppliers and give it directly to the end consumer, and always to add more and more good brands on our portfolio that we will offer.
The value proposition of Brands for Less not only gives the customer what he wants, it also deals with the supplier on a very cooperative measure, by which we always try to make a win-win scenario for us and the supplier. And it's all about building these strong relationships.
Researchers expect off-price retailers to outperform other retail sectors in a post-COVID world, thanks to an abundance of inventory and the company's budget-focused price point. Let's wait and see how this business could thrive.